the weasel. I've no time to wait, I sign no patience to wait till by and by. Kiss me quick, I want goodbye. Up goes the weasel. I've no time to wait, I sign no patience to wait till by and by. Kiss me quick, I want goodbye.
Welcome to another season of the Wakefield Tech Weasel Football Show. I'm your host, Touchdown, and my guest is Coach Art Turf. Since this is the start of a new season, the viewers would probably like to get to know some of the people involved with the Wakefield Tech Weasels. I have a list of names that you wrote down prior to the show.
Well, yes, I did, Rick. I wrote down a number of names, and I feel like these are the type of folks that can make our football team come together and play the way we know we're capable of.
The first name you listed was Freddie Perkins.
Freddie Perkins. Let me tell you about Perkins. I recruited that boy out of Modesto, California, and he's one of the fastest people in California. Holds the 100-yard dash out there for high school. And I'm so excited about his coming here to Wakefield Tech, I just can't hardly stand it. They tell me that when he crosses the finish line on that 100-yard dash, that a little parachute pops out of his shorts to slow him down. That kid can run.
So I guess you'll be using him as a halfback.
Oh, no, Rick. I wouldn't want to put that boy on a football field. What we're going to do, because we don't have headphones, we just don't have enough money for that kind of equipment, we're going to utilize Freddie's speed up and down the stadium steps from the press box back to the field. He'll be bringing plays down on every play to our offensive coach on the playing field, and I think his speed's going to be a real asset to our football program.
That sounds like Freddie will be exciting to watch. Another name here is Ski-Bo Whitcomb.
Well, I think everybody knows that Ski-Bo is our star quarterback. I think a lot of people also know that Ski-Bo does drink a little bit and run around a little bit, more than a little bit, during the regular season. I tried to stop that, and I put a curfew on all the boys, and the only one I ever caught was Ski-Bo. He came waltzing in about 2:30, 3 o'clock one night, and he said, "Coach," he said, "what's wrong with studying the playbook by the light of the jukebox?" I said, "Hell, how could you get upset with a football player that has that kind of an attitude?" He has all kind of class. His idea of a 7-course meal is to give his girl a 6-pack and a big bag of Doritos. He's got a lot of class. I do believe that a Wakefield Tech student photographer last year took a picture of Ski-Bo throwing this bottle to Beano Phillips during a ball game last year. He swears it's true, but I don't remember that play at all.
Okay, Coach. Who are Billy and Willie?
Billy and Willie, the twins. The Sweat brothers from southwestern Louisiana down there on the coast. They both weigh about 320 pounds. Now, don't ask me how they played in high school because they never went. Seems like they got kicked out of junior high for not taking a bath after gym class. But you know, I tell you the truth, that's one reason I want those boys up here. I believe their mama told me that they hadn't took a bath in about 3 years. And I figure there ain't no football player in the world that'd like to even touch those rascals, much less lay a block on them. So I think they're going to be something else. Their mama is a little bit upset about their playing so far north, and I said, "Hell, Mama Sweat, why don't you just pack up, come on up, join our Weasel football program. I'll make an offensive tackle out of you." I swear she'd have been a good one, too.
Coach, you last listed Tim Sims.
Yes, I did. I listed Tim last because I feel like he may be one of the most important people associated with the Weasel football program. You see, Tim is our only bona fide fan. See, Tim's a manic depressive kind of fella, and he says he comes to our games to get perked up. It makes him feel good. He laughs at the way we play, I guess. I suppose it's good therapy for him. I don't know. But I tell you this, one of these days we're going to give Tim Sims a game football if we ever win one.
Coach, your first game will be played against Eastern Idaho Engineer and Industrial Operators.
That's right, and EIEIO always gives us a tough game. You've heard me say this many times, and I have said it many times, that a real factor in our performance is the fact that we don't get to play any games at home. They're all on the road, and we're excited about EIEIO. We think we can take them. because they're only 300 miles away, and that's the closest game we're going to play to home this year.
I hear Eastern Idaho has installed AstroTurf this year.
Well, yes, I heard the same thing, and I do believe it's true. I also heard, and you may have heard this, Rick, the reason they did that is that the cheerleaders kept grazing on the regular turf last year during the football games, and it just caused all kind of confusion.
Coach Art Turf, one last question. How many of your players have graduated and gone on to play professional football?
Well, the first part of that question is rather painful for me, Rick, but to answer the second part of it, we've had several that have gone on and played pro football, and they've done real well in the football professional ranks. But I'm sorry to say, and this is the truth, we've never had one weasel football player to graduate.
All right, Coach Turf. I want to take the time now to thank our sponsor who made the Weasel Football Show possible, Buzz Beer. It has to be good if Weasel star Ski-Bo Whitcomb drinks it. For all you do, this Buzz is for you. Coach, thanks for coming. We'll see you again week after week.
Well, I'm sure happy to be here, Rick, and look forward to another big weasel show next week.